Hello everyone, my name is Louis and welcome to my channel Watches and Wealth, where I review watches, make watch orientated videos and talk about wealth here and there. In this video, I'll be reviewing my Rolex Datejust 41mm, reference 126300 in its full set. Let's get started on the review. Starting off, we have the outer white box with the crown symbol on top. Sliding this up, we also have protective film keeping the inside box from damage. Here we have Rolex's standard green wave design boxes. Easily recognisable, these are made with wood panelling and green leather. Now there are fake boxes out there and I might do a video on that too. But if you have a real one, and you should have a real one, these could go up to 20 to 30 years without any visible deterioration. Before I get into the watch itself, I'll give a quick rundown of the paperwork associated and everything else included in the set. Starting off, we have the Datejust Owner's Manual. This manual will give you a rundown on how to take care and operate your Datejust, such as time setting and date setting, which I'll show you later in this video. These are fun to read, particularly if it's your first Rolex purchase. Of course, nowadays you could get this information online, but there's something so inclusive about reading it in a booklet. On the back of the authenticity card, we have the Rolex Service Manual. This manual just states you have 5 years of warranty covered by Rolex on your new watch. These manuals are always a good inclusion to have when purchasing your Rolex. We also have the guarantee card, which has the serial number and model number on it. These green cards were released in 2020 and they add to the resale value as well as verifying the authenticity of your watch. Onto the hang tags and seal. The green seal tag indicates the watch's categorization as a superlative chronometer, so it has -2 +2 second accuracy. I actually prefer the green ones over the red ones. These ones look pretty good. And these, as well as the hang tag, will be wrapped around your watch on purchase day, or if you get it on the secondary market. The hang tag has your watch's serial number on it. It's a good inclusion to have. This right here is a bezel protector. These are included when your watch has a polished bezel and they don't want it to get scratched. It clips on and off when you expand the small latch at the top. Lastly, for the extras, we have the spare links. I took one of these out for it to fit my wrists. Now on to the watch itself. The Rolex Datejust 41mm, reference 126300. This Datejust is rhodium with the smooth bezel option, as well as being set with an oyster bracelet and not a Jubilee bracelet. These Datejusts come with a lot of variations, but it's my personal preference to set with the rhodium. I feel like rhodium as a dial is underrated, and this one just looks magnificent in the lighting. It gives off a James Bond gun grey vibe. The dimensions of this watch are as follows: 11.7mm thick, 47mm lug to lug, and there is a 21mm spacing between the lugs. It has a 3235 movement with a base caliber of a 3125, an automatic watch with a 70-hour power reserve. This Datejust having the perpetual self-winding movement is key for the continuation of the energy and the timekeeping. The date function is enhanced by the Cyclops. Of course, we have the satisfying swoosh hand as opposed to ticking along. This Rolex is also 10 ATM, which is equivalent to 100 meters water resistant. The case is made of 904L oyster steel with a polished bezel and lugs. Set with the rhodium dial, this watch has the straight white gold indices and gold Rolex crown at the 12 point. The hour and minute hands are also made of white gold with the Rolex engraved name on the surrounding inside of the case. I'll now be demonstrating how to set the time and date function. Rotate counterclockwise until you feel the pin pop out. Once the pin is popped out, give it a slight tug, and now your date function is activated. Rotate clockwise to scroll through your desired dates. The first setting is the date window. However, if you give the pin one more pull slightly, it will activate the control of the hands. You can now set the time rotating counterclockwise or clockwise. The movement in these watches is so swift and crisp, and if you put your ear up to it, you can almost hear the gears turning. Once you're happy with the time and date, in order to set this watch, slightly push the crown in once, and then apply pressure and turn clockwise in order for it to hook on and seal up properly. This Datejust has a hacking stop second, so when I pull the crown out, the second hand stops moving for precise time setting. It also has bidirectional winding, transferring power to the mainspring whether the rotor is turning clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now onto the bracelet and case back. Here we have an Oyster bracelet with polished flanks and inside links. This is made of 904L steel. The clasp is a standard fold clasp hook and bead closure system. Disengage the clasp by pulling on the leverage point. Individual links are fixed by screws and are removable. This watch also comes with the Easy Link system. Here we have a nicely polished clasp with a Rolex stamp on the back. Also the standard Rolex case back. I'll now be displaying this Rolex on my wrist, and then the next section will be the Illuminous effects. On the wrist, the Datejust just pops. It is high maintenance because its scratch is a little easier due to the polish, but it's nevertheless versatile and broad. It's not too clunky and it feels just right. The window of this watch is scratch resistant Rolex sapphire crystal, with a Cyclops bubble embedded into it. You could dress this watch up with a suit, or it could go under the radar and you could wear something casual, such as jeans and a shirt. It's super versatile and can be dressed up or down. I'll now be displaying the luminous effects of this watch, then on to the market performance and final analysis. Time to turn the lights off. Now that the lights are off, we can see the chrome light blue lume exclusive to Rolex watches in full effect. The light blue lume is applied to the hours and minute hand, as well as the indices. Now you can tell the time in the dark or in deep waters. The contrast of the blue lume with the rhodium dial looks amazing. The lume is very absorbent to natural lights. The simplicity and execution of this function is absolutely stunning. I'll now pack all this up and give a final market review and analysis of this watch. I purchased this watch in November of 2020 for 13,100 AUD or 8,947 USD. I used Chrono 24 and the original owner was from the Netherlands. This watch's current value with box and paperwork is worth 15,627 AUD or 10,646 USD, giving me a profit of 2,289 AUD. This Rolex hasn't performed as well as my Oyster Perpetual, which I did a review last week for if you want to go check it out. But overall I'm just looking for appreciation while I enjoy the watch. And I've done nothing but enjoy this watch. It's completely versatile, fluid, sturdy, and the functions are fun to tool around with. If you're in the market, I think you should definitely pull the trigger on one of these. You won't be disappointed with your decision. And that concludes my Rolex review. Stay tuned next week for my new video, how to make money buying and selling watches. I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you for liking, commenting and subscribing. And if you could hit that notification bell, I'd appreciate it too. I'm uploading consistently every Saturday. And if you could leave constructive criticism if you have any, let me know in the comments. I'm always trying to improve my videos. I'm all new to this YouTube stuff. Thanks again, guys.